Amen. We just have to trust in him. David said in Psalm 31, verse 14, he said, but I have trusted in thee, O Lord. I said, thou art my God. And he said, my times are in thy hands. And I want to tell you something this morning. Whose hands you're in makes a difference in your life. Trouble might come, but whose hands you're in will make the difference. Heartache might come, but whose hands you are in make the difference. You got to know that you are in God's hand. You see, I discovered my trouble in my hand really don't make much difference. My sickness in my hand don't really make much difference. My heartache in my hand doesn't really make much difference. I'm reminded of a poem that the writer said, whose hands you're in makes the difference. And it depends on whose hands you're in. Amen. A basketball in my hand really isn't worth much. But a basketball in LeBron James' hand is worth $20 million a year. A football in my hands it's not worth very much. But a football in Peyton Manning's hand is worth $22 million a year. And amen, a golf club in my hand really isn't worth much. But you put that same club in Tiger Woods' hand, and it's worth a fortune. Amen, a tennis racket in my hand won't do very much. But that same tennis racket in Serena's hand will make you a champion. A rod in my hand will make a good walking cane. But a rod in Moses' hand, amen, divided the Red Sea. A slingshot in my hand is just a child's toy. But a slingshot in David's hand slayed a mighty giant. 2 little fish and 5 barley loaves in my hand is just a 2-piece fish sandwich. But 2 fish and 5 barley loaves in Jesus' hand fed 5,000 plus women and children. Somebody will tell God, thank you. Nails in my hand won't do very much. But you put those nails in Jesus' hand. Amen. And he hung, bled, and died on a hill called Calvary. Those same nails in his hand, amen, saved the world, delivered us from sin. Amen. It matters whose hands you're in. And I don't know about you today, but I'm glad I'm in the Master's hand. Anybody glad you're in the Master's hand? Amen. He is the doorway of deliverance, the pathway of peace, the roadway of righteousness, the highway to holiness, the gateway of glory, the conqueror of conquerors, the king of kings, the leader of leaders, the overseer of overcomers. Anybody glad you're in the Lord's hand? Come on, tell God thank you right now. If you show them know you're in his hand, you ought to give him glory right now, because his hand makes the difference. Won't his hand make the difference? His hand will make the difference in your sickness. His hand will make the difference in your heartache. His hand will make the difference in your burden. Ain't God all right today? Because I'm in the Master's hand, I know everything will be all right. Anybody know it's all right today? Grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, you're in his hands. It's all right. His hand makes the difference. Won't his hand make the difference? Show enough it'll make the difference. God's hand makes the difference.